You hadn't worried for a set, have you?
Yeah. So, yeah, look, I said I'm not the finished article. I haven't got everything nailed down, everything perfect, everything all ticked off. I said to Frank in the ring, and I'm still very much learning on the job, which again is a funny thing to say. 20 fights in and interim world champion, but I am very much. Justis has more amateur fights than I've even had fights ever in my life. He's been boxing since he was 8 years old. I've been boxing for about 8-9 years. So yeah, look, these are the way I've got to learn, and these fights make me better. Like, we saw how much I took from the first Fraser fight and how I took that into the second one, and that's what I'll do with this one. I haven't got a rematch, Justis, but the lessons learned in this fight, get someone with his skills, someone with his attributes, some with his hand speed, stuff I'll take and learn and build on.
Can you describe that feeling when it's over and the referee waves it off? What was the overriding feeling?
Relief. Nah, look, it was elation. I knew I had it in the bag. I knew I always had that there. I was unhappy going through the fight with the way I was performing. Performance-wise, I'm much better than that. I do have a way better boxing skill than I showed on the night tonight. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to win. It's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to come out punch perfect, or I'm going to nail everything to the T. I am going to have to figure things out on the fly and grit through it. And fortunately, I have got that in me.
How did you muster up that grit and adversity? Because it looked like you were sort of feeling sorry for yourself in there, when a few of the body shots started to, you looked a bit dejected. You said you wasn't happy with your performance. So how did you manage to get through that and put out that punch finally in the 10th round? Yeah,
look, a quiet word to myself on the stool, really. A little quiet moment to myself of paying attention to where I am, where I've got to, and I haven't got all here by feeling sorry for myself or being annoyed with myself. Is like shake that off and get things moving and get back to the game plan. And that's very much what I did.
And gritted your teeth.
Bite down.
Showed his heart.
I know it's so easy for us to say from sitting at ringside, but from about the 5th round, it looked like you almost wanted to lose. Like your hands were down, every right hand you threw. Were you struggling with what? And I'm not trying to take anything away from Justis. Were you struggling with what he was doing, or was your plan not working? Yeah, look, I wasn't boxing right for a lot of the rounds, for a lot of the fight, and to take nothing away from Justis, he's a very good amateur. He's got some really good skills, and he's got fast hands, good feet, in and out, and yeah, some of his attributes I was having to figure out on the fly. It's the first time I've been in with someone as quick, as fleet-footed, as sharp as him in that kind of moment. So yeah, it was a new experience for me, and again, something I had to figure out in the moment.
And he's a good mover. He's a good mover.
You were giving nothing away when we asked you how the preparation had been affected by your partner's pregnancy. How has that been underpinning your prep? Like, how much has that sort of weighed on you?
No, it hasn't. It hasn't taken away from me. My missus is fantastic, and she realised I have a job to do and I have to go to work and get things done. And she's been a soldier in her own right by carrying that. It didn't affect me at all. We actually had a fantastic camp. Everything went really well. Aside from obviously a change of opponent midway through and having to swap things around, actually everything went really well. Look, just on the night, sometimes the puzzle pieces don't always fit together perfectly, and you kind of have to smash them together a bit and make up some sort of kind of crayon macaroni art or something. Yeah, she came back to the change room just to let everyone know she hasn't had the baby. She's fine. Don't worry. She hasn't gone into labour. We're all good, so I'm not on the clock. Don't worry.
What does it rank in terms of punches you've ever thrown back?
Well, my hand still hurts, so I think it's up there. Yeah. Look, I saw a couple of clips when I got back to the changing room, and yeah, it looks like a wondrous punch from just kind of pulled it out of the bag, pulled it out of nowhere. And it may sound kind of, may sound a bit silly, but we did very much drill that exact punch over and over again. I just wasn't letting it go. I think even a lot of the fight, Frank was screaming at me, let the right hand go, and I just wasn't. I was being too coy, too cute. I was thinking about things too much, and rather than just letting my natural instincts take over and just letting shots go.
Just a word for the fans, what an event, what a way to finish it. I mean, you couldn't have reached any better.
Yeah, look, this does not happen without the fans. I said in the ring as well, there's been so many great fighters who have great fan bases, great support, they can shift a bunch of tickets, and even then they still don't get to pull off a stadium fight in their hometown. I'm just little old white collar Wardley who somehow pulled this off. I think I was walking around the ring saying to everyone, "What are we doing? What is going on here?" But yeah, none of this happens without everyone that bought a ticket, everyone that supported this journey from the start, everyone that's believed in me, everyone that's been a supporter, and also it very much doesn't happen without the man to my right as well. The first time we sat down together, I put a fight at Portman Road at the top of my list, and Frank, with no hesitation, said very much, "Yep, that's no problem. We can make that happen." So, thank you to him as well for having a huge amount of faith in me.
So that's ticked off. Can I ask you both, Fab and Frank, what's next?
Him and his wife having a baby.
Yeah.
That's what's happening next. And then he's the WBA interim champion. There's a big fight on, another big fight on a big show on the 19th of July. 4 belts on the line. Somebody's going to come away with those 4 belts, and once that's done, there'll be some mandatories. And during that period of time, they'll all get a shot. All the various guys will get a shot for those belts, or for their specific belt. For me, whenever Fabio feels he's ready to go, we're here to make it happen for him. We love working with his team. Jay, everybody. This man here, I mean, he's done brilliant. Everyone, all of them. They're such a good people to work with, enthusiastic, get behind the promotion. It's a promoter's dream. It makes it really easy for us to do it, to put it together. So, we're with him, and we're going to deliver for him.
I just spoke to Mark Ashton, ringside CEO of Bridgetown.
Yeah.
He said they'll definitely have you back.
Yeah, we said we said that to him. We will be back, and a bit like the old Arnold Schwarzenegger, we will be back. We'll be back. Well,
Yeah, that was why I did it. That was why I made it so entertaining, because I wanted to come back. It was all part of the plan, guys. All part of the plan.
But it was a good show. It was a great show. I mean, even despite the weather, the weather was better when we announced the fight 10 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But it was a fabulous night, and I'm proud of him. I'm proud of this guy's got a real. He's a boxer. He's a fighter, but he's got a heart. He's got that heart. He's got that fighter's heart, that resilience. And there were moments in that fight where he was getting caught, and I could see other fighters may have, not saying, give up, but maybe they would have. They wouldn't have gone on like he did. He showed a lot of resilience, a lot of grit in there, and as he said at the press conference, as I mentioned earlier when we started, and he takes me one punch. And he found the punch and he did it. He'd done the business in style. That's what he is. He's a fighter.
So Frank, you've done stadium fights for like Upton Park, Wembley, now Portman Road. How do you rank this in terms of atmosphere and event overall?
The atmosphere was marvellous. I mean, the fans got behind their local hero. They got behind him. That's what it's all about. It's about promotion's about building an audience. It's about getting a fan base. I remember when I signed Ricky Hatton years ago when he sold 3 tickets, the very first fight, and then look where it went to. And the fans have done the same with Fabio. They got behind him. I'm a big believer. You go into the guys' yards, their backyards. That's where they're famous. Their people want a hero. They want a local hero. They want to get behind them. They want to support them. And I tell you what, they did him proud tonight, and he did them proud. Fabio done them proud. Ipswich, bloody hell, boxing in Ipswich. Come on, what's going on? It was just marvellous. It was a marvellous night.
Fabio, you mentioned there that you were maybe overthinking it. Was that because of Justis's ability to maybe get you thinking too much? And after this, do you think you maybe need a couple more guys of this level before you go in with the real seasoned elite? Because someone like an Usyk, for example, can really get people overthinking. I think you mentioned that before from when you sparred with him.
Yeah, of course. Look, don't get me wrong. The caliber of Usyk, that type of level of opponent, is extremely high. But we've seen how quickly and how much I can learn from a performance before. The first Fraser fight is evidence of that, leading into the second one of how I made the adjustments and changed things around. So I am very much a student of the game, student of myself, and a student of the performances I put out. And me and the team will sit down, analyse them, exactly look at where we went wrong, things we did right, things that didn't work out, and we'll bring them into the next fight. Regardless of who it's against, it doesn't matter. But no, I don't believe that. I believe that I'm very much ready for the top level. Those top guys, I have fight-changing, fight-ending ability. That's always in my pocket. look, a man like Deontay Wilder did pretty well off kind of having that in his bag all the way through. So yeah, I think I've got that mixed with some skill and some abilities in there as well. And I'm always learning.
And some heart.
I have everything I think it takes to win at this top level.
Michael, just talk to me about when you assess the performance and the journey to this point right now.
I think Fabio showed great commitment. Like I said, most people in there would have quit and gave up, but he stayed determined and he believed in himself. That's one thing that he has, that special ability to never cave in. And he's shown it time and time again. And no matter who it is, it's going to be the same result. He's going to find a way, and he's going to put you on your back. No matter what heavyweight it is, any name you mention, if it gets tough, he's going to grind it out, and then he's going to get you out of there. Because that's his mentality. He's built different. I know we talk about this, the white collar, but he's a very special athlete. He's an elite level athlete. He just never had the opportunities that others had when he was going through his journey. And now that he has the talent and he has the opportunity presented to himself, we see what he can do. He's a natural born fighter. That's a fighting man. When you talk about a fighting man, he knows how to fight naturally. The boxing is secondary. He's learning how to box, but naturally he's a better fighter than any heavyweight in the world. And yeah, I believe there's no heavyweight that beats Fabio Wardley.
Frank, did you have any words for Eddie afterwards?
Sorry?
Any words for Eddie afterwards? He was backstage.
I mean, he was. I think he was shocked. But then again, I've got to be honest. I was shocked. I mean, I don't mean to be disrespectful. I mean, suddenly, like he pulled it out of the bag, and it was. I mean, it stunned everybody, didn't it? It was a stunning moment.
He was laughing around before.
Yeah, they were just.
they were
they were
laughing,
shouting out,
saying,
"Stop
it's
it!"
done, yeah,
remember?
yeah.
They were
said,
shouting
yeah,
out, "Stop the fight!" And then I turned around. I said, "I think the fight's been stopped."
Fabio, how does it feel to finally be the one to actually make Frank Smith commit to serving teams?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, that's
Poor
perfect. Poor old Frank. I'm making sure I'm in the Queensbury offices that day. I'll be with all sorts of tea, coffee, biscuits, the lot, mate. Yeah, it's look, it's a great feeling. It's a good bit of healthy rivalry,
Thanks, yeah.
healthy competition. Look, I've got a lot of care, love for those guys as well because they did help me out in the early part of my career. But look, it's always fun to win a little bet, win a little duel like that.
It's big. I mean, the good thing, we're all working together, and it's making these fights happen. So it's good, and we're all, and the fans are getting entertained. You guys are enjoying it. I mean, we're all in. This is a great moment. The heavyweight division is the first time in the 21st century is alive. There's big fights happening all the time. The best are fighting the best, entertaining fights. It's just fabulous. This is what it's all about. This is what we all love. This is what we want for our sport. And this is what the fans want to see. And you watch it all on the zone. On the zone. One subscription. Best boxing.
Fabio, just a quick one. Obviously, everyone knows how much it meant for you to fight at Portland Road. Did it kind of live up to everything you dreamed of?
Yeah, lived up, exceeded, went overboard. Look, I did say in the build-up to this, my lot will turn up. They will be loud. They will be heard, and they did that in abundance. That ring walk was special. I've had some good ring walks in my time, but that one, just like even it's a funny thing because even the rain like added to the effect of it. It created a mood. It created a feeling to it, which just put this air of something special was about to happen. And yeah, maybe I didn't know how special it was going to be or how dramatic it was going to be, but I knew very much that everyone that turned up, everyone that was in their seats would very much make their voices heard.
Fabio, how many of those type of fights do you want to have?
None.
I think that's it. I think I'm good. I think I've had my fill. A couple more of the last one with the first round knockout. I'll take those every day. Yeah, look, the game's the game. There are going to be moments where I'm going to have to graft it out, grind it out like that. Very much, I do not want to keep taking years off my life like this, but maybe I have a screw or something loose, but I do absolutely love it. Like, the occasion, the moment, the buzz, the build, like there's nothing better. It is intoxicating. It very much is. But yeah, maybe I'll keep my hands up a little bit more.
One more question.
The
'Cause
first Fraser fight, your mum said your mum didn't like that one.
Yeah, she didn't, and I'm sure she'll be giving me a bit of a telling off tomorrow as well. Especially considering she was sat next to my missus, and she'll have a go at me for all the stress I put her under. But it's all fun and games, isn't it? It's all for the love of the sport. Honestly, I absolutely adore this sport. It is like, it's changed my life, and very much brought me to a place that I never thought I would get to, heights I never thought I would reach. I was very much just, look, I got into the sport for the love of it and just thought, yeah, look, have a crack, give it a go. And somehow, fucking hell, we pulled off Portman Road. I don't know what's going on. I was in the ring saying to people, I was going, what are we doing? How have we got here? What is going on? But yeah, look, I'm just looking forward to many more nights like this.